Hey there, and welcome to the very first video showcasing the build-up of my Tom King's army for Warhammer the Old World. But first, if you're having troubles with my fabulous accent,
Buongiorno.
no worries, just flip on those subtitles. When Games Workshop released the Old World, I couldn't settle my mind on the faction I would start with. The Tom Kings or the Fantasy French.
Well, what are you then? I'm French! Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly king?
Both factions were at the top of my list, but I just couldn't decide until
to see if we could create our own Tomb Kings faction.
Duncan Rhodes, the legend, released a video about customizing his Tom King's miniature with an ancient Greek touch. The only catch was the really old skeleton kit that he used as a base. I decided to get rid of it and work with slightly more recent mini, the Old Death Rattle Skeleton Warrior. Just like Duncan, I got started with the Victrix Hoplite kit, which is amazingly good and cheap. I will show you the two main patterns I used to make my spearmen. A simple one, the Skelly Bony, and a slightly more sophisticated one. So for the main one, the Skelly Bony, it won't require too much work as it's mainly a Death Rattle skeleton pimped up with some hoplite accessories. The helmet is just arranged a little bit to receive the crest bit. It requires a little bit of trial and error, but isn't too difficult. The Victrix shield looked really good out of the box, but I wanted to apply a little bit more wear and make it look more aged and corroded. I start by making some battle damage using my hand drill and then just flood it with plastic glue to melt down the plastic and have that quite stylized and soft result. Once it's done, I will already glue the arm in place to let it dry while I take care of the rest of the skeleton. Now that the skeleton is built, I just add some accessories and will pay attention to always glue the bits or limbs or weapons to at least 2 contact points to make it a little bit more sturdy. The result is pretty nice but also easy to make, and a really simple base allow me to go a little bit more crazy on some of them for the conversion or battle damage. So now let's move on something slightly more complex, the full monthly. Here, the idea is to use more hoplite bits as a base, saving us a little bit more of our precious Games Workshop pricey plastic. After removing the plastic base including the hoplite body, I drilled the shoulder connection. I also applied the same technique to the shield and got rid of the horns on the helmet. I used the hoplite spear as a base to create sockets for the skeleton arms to fit on the base body. I shaved off a little bit the thick neck to make it work better with the skeleton skull later on. I trimmed the spear bits down and also already glued the skeleton arm to the shield, since I want this one to be really dry and solid before continuing on. The final preparation is to add a little extender to the neck, since the skeleton skull head looks a little bit goofy if it's just glued like that. The bottom part of the spear looks perfect for that and need only a tiny bit of adjustment. I can finally glue the arms down. Just like before, I make sure to have multiple contact points to glue them down. Also experimented a little bit by using only the top part or even replacing only the legs by the skeleton one. The adjustment was a little bit tedious, but the result is totally worth it in my opinion. So here we are with our first batch assembled and ready to roll. I've got enough bits to churn out at least 30 spearmen, but honestly I'm itching to start painting. Painting is where the real magic happens for me, and although I mainly painted 40k and Kill Team minis so far, I'm really stoked to paint fantasy again. Until then, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you on next one. Bye bye.